Module 2 Part 2 Constraint Optimization Lagrange multiplier method. In Lagrange multiplier method, we need to optimize objective function subject to a constraint given. For example, consider the objective function y plus x square subject to constraint x plus y equal to 1. So step 1, first formulate a Lagrange function L of xy equal to y plus x square plus lambda times 1 minus x minus y, where lambda is a parameter. Step 2, apply the necessary condition to optimize the function, that is, equate the first order partial derivative to 0, dou L by dou x equal to 2x minus lambda equal to 0, dou L by dou y equal to 1 minus lambda equal to 0, dou L by dou lambda equal to 1 minus x minus y equal to 0. Step 3, solve system of equation. So from equation 2 we get lambda equal to 1, and from 1 and 3 we get x equal to 1 by 2 and y equal to 1 by 2, which represents the solution. Another example, optimize the objective function 3x square plus y square minus 2xy subject to constraint 6 equal to x plus y. So here the Lagrange function L equal to 3x square plus y square minus 2xy plus lambda times 6 minus x minus y, and find partial derivatives dou L by dou x, dou L by dou y and dou L by dou lambda, and equate to 0, and then solve a corresponding simultaneous equation. So equation 3 become y equal to 6 minus x, and from 1 and 2 we get a lambda equal to 2x. So from first equation we get 6x minus 12 plus 2x minus 2x equal to 0. So we get x equal to 2, so that y equal to 4. So another example, optimize a function 30xy subject to constraint 500 equal to x plus 25y. So first formulate a Lagrange function and find out the first order partial derivatives and equate to 0. So we get lambda equal to 6 by 5x, and use that in equation 3 and 1. So we get 600 minus 12 by 5x equal to 0. So that x equal to 250, and we get y equal to 10. This is another example. So solve the system of equation. So we get optimum point at x equal to 120 and y equal to 12. Next topic is linear programming problem. It is an optimization method applicable for the solution of problems in which objective function and the constraints appear as linear functions of decision variables. The constraint equations in a linear programming problem may be in the form of equalities or inequalities. Formulation of linear programming problem. Linear programming problem is a problem solving approach that has been developed to help engineers, managers, etc. to make decisions. It is a mathematical technique for determining optimum allocation of resources and obtaining a particular objective when there are alternative uses of the resources, money, manpower, material, machine and other facilities. We can classify it into two cases: product mix problem and blending problem. So in the formulation we need to consider a decision variable, the environment parameters and dependent variable. So corresponding to that we have objective function. Every LPP is composed of a decision variable, objective function and constraints, and either we need to maximize or minimize this objective function. Profit of cost coefficient. Coefficient of the variable in the objective function express the rate at which the value of the objective function increases or decreases by including in the solution 1 unit of each of the decision variable. and the constraints, the maximization or minimization is performed subject to constraints given, and we can consider different types of constraints. They reflect the limitations of the resources. The coefficient of constraint variables are called input-output coefficients. They indicate the rate at which a given resource is utilized or depleted. They appear on the left side of the constraints. If you consider right side of the constraint, capacities or availability of the various resources are given on the right hand side of the constraints. The mathematical expression of a linear programming problem is given like this. OIJ denote input-output coefficient, CJ cost coefficient, BI capacities, XJ decision variables. So find this vector x where f of x represent objective function, f of x equal to c1 x1 plus c2 x2 plus etc plus cn xn subject to linear constraints a1 x1 etc equal to b2 like that, and with respect to non-negativity constraints xi's are all positive. So in the formulation, identify decision variables, write objective function and formulate constraints. Consider this example. A firm produces 3 products. These products are processed on 3 different machines. The time required to manufacture 1 unit of each of 3 products and the daily capacity of the 3 machines are given in this table. M1, M2, M3. Time per unit for product 1, 2 and 3 is given, and machine capacity is also given. It is required to determine the daily number of units to be manufactured for each product. The profit per unit for product 1, 2 and 3 is rupees 4, rupees 3 and rupees 6 respectively. It is assumed that all the amounts produced are consumed in the market. Formulate this as a linear programming problem which will maximize the daily profit. So in the formulation, consider the decision variables. Let that be x1, x2, x3 with respect to products 1, 2 and 3 given, and a non-negative restriction xi's are positive. Then we can formulate objective function as z equal to 4x1 plus 3x2 plus 6x3 subject to the constraints 2x1 plus 3x2 plus 2x3 less than or equal to 440, 4x1 plus 3x3 less than or equal to 470, 2x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 430. So this is another example. So formulate this as LPP. Profit per unit for A is rupees 50 and for B is rupees 40. So here x1 represent number of units of A manufactured per month and x2 is number of units of B manufactured per month. So that objective function become maximum z equal to 50x1 plus 40x2 subject to constraints 1.5x1 plus 2.5x2 less than or equal to 300, and for labor hours it is 2.5x1 plus 1.5x2 less than or equal to 40, x1 x2 greater than or equal to 0. So this is another example. Resource requirement per unit is given in the table. Maximum raw material availability is also given. So here decision variables are x1 represent number of units of A, x2 number of units of B and x3 number of units of C. So that objective function can be written as maximize z equal to 5x1 plus 3x2 plus 4x3, and constraints are given with respect to this non-negativity condition. So this is another example. Maximum combined risk should not be more than 6. So the data is given in terms of investment in two securities A and B, and risk and return associated with these securities is different. Risk factor is given, a return percentage is also known, and total amount to be invested is rupees 5 lakhs. The other two conditions are on return and risk. Total minimum return on the investment should be 12%, and risk, maximum combined risk, should not be more than 6. So if we consider the investment, we can formulate maximum Z objective function as 0.09x1 plus 0.15x2, and constraints are also formulated. So here we need to consider risk factor and return. So this is another example. Limit design of steel frames. The figures are given. You can formulate objective function like this with respect to these constraints. This is another question. So objective function and constraints are formulated.